Hi there everyone, this is Shane here from Meizu Forums, bringing you a review of the Meizu M9 in English. Now, I apologize for the crappy lighting conditions I have here, but this is the best I can do with my camera. Alright, so let's take a look at the Meizu M9. On the front here, you can see we have the huge 3.5-inch screen, as well as a little Meizu logo at the top. I'm not quite sure whether you guys can see this logo here, but it is here. I'll try to bring it up a little bit. Alright, now below the screen we have three buttons. This is the physical home button in the middle here, back button on the left, as well as an extra keys button on the right hand side. These two are haptic feedback keys, so they're not real keys, but they do perform very well. Alright, let's have a look at on the left. As mentioned already before, on the left we have the volume down and volume up keys, nothing too special here. And on the right we have no keys. Notice how that the button for taking photos has been removed from the Meizu M9. Now, I'd like to draw attention to the little speakers at the bottom on each side, which is here, as well as on the left hand side here. These two speakers work together to produce sound for the M9, and the quality of the sound is superb. Hopefully we can get to that later. Now on the top here we have a 3.5mm jack, as well as the home button, the power on button here. These are pretty standard features on most smartphones. On the bottom, USB port and a little mic here. Not sure if you can see the mic properly, but it is there. Alright, so that's basically a little overview of the outside design. Now, on the back, going to the back plate, we have the back plate made of material, Meizu M9 brand and name over here, as well as a 5-megapixel camera. Now, as I've already been saying in the forum section, that the back plate that comes off the phone is not that good. This is a back plate. As you can see, it's plastic and it bends easily like this. Now, this is definitely not good if you're using it in high temperature environments, and it may bend or even break in the long term. Not sure why Meizu chose such a design, but well, they did. And also notice how that the buttons, the physical buttons, the power button over here, the volume buttons, they come off with the phone when you take off the back plate. So what this means is that you can't press these buttons on the phone when you have the back plate off. But it's not too much of trouble, because I don't know why you want to press those buttons anyway. So, taking a look on the back, on the top over here, we have the SIM card. We have the SD card slot. It supports a microSD card. You can either get 8GB versions or 16GB versions. I'm not too sure whether it supports 32GBs, but I think it should. Now, on the right here is the SIM slot. SIM card. It works with basically all GSM signals, as well as 2100 MHz WCDMA. Now, I've already done a pretty decent analysis as to why it only works with 2100 MHz WCDMA. You can check it out on the forum at forum.meizu.com. But anyhow, this is enough, as it works for both China Unicom, as well as CMCC network. Alright, now let's take a look at the battery. The battery is 1370 milliamp hour battery and can provide 3.7 volts charged up. Maximum it can charge is 4.2 volts. Okay, this is pretty standard battery, nothing too special there. Alright, now I'm gonna power on the machine and let's take a look at it. So, in goes the battery, and the case is put on. Now pressing the on button, and it's booting up. Now I like to draw attention to how quickly it boots up. You'll see shortly. This is quite a lot quicker than other Android phones, and it's even faster than the iPhone when booting up. The logo here looks the booting sequence looks pretty similar to the M8, and as you'll find out later, even the UI looks pretty similar as well. And yep, we're into the operating system. Android 2.2 operating system. It has custom Meizu logos and everything, Meizu UI all over it. It looks quite similar to the M8 UI. Basically, I think they use the same kind of UI for all of it. So now firstly I'll show you the lock screen, which is the same as the M8. However, it does perform a lot better and a lot more quicker. You can see lock in the middle, SMS on the right, as well as phone on the left. Okay, now I'll go to phone and let's have a look at the phone functions. Works pretty good. Alright, phone functions. Next is we'll check out SMS. Type to compose. Okay, now in the SMS you can see that the keyboard is all portrait. Unfortunately it does not go landscape, but hopefully that will be fixed in the future. Keys are pretty easy to type on. It's a bit cold here, so my fingers are not that fast, but yeah, all the keys are pretty easy, and you can easily switch between Chinese and English. People have gone and got touchpad working on this, but personally I just use this. It's the default keyboard. It's pretty good. Now sending a text message is basically just press the send button and it sends through pretty quick. And it's done, and then you'll receive a text and it looks exactly the same. Now this is nothing too special, so I won't go into much details about this. Okay, now next function we will check out is internet browsing. Internet browsing obviously is a must for a smartphone like this. Okay, and I'm loading up Meizu's main homepage. This is the default homepage that Meizu sets up. Now I'm using a GPRS signal, so it's a bit slow, but as you can see it still loads up fine. Alright, let's try something else. Yep, let's go into Meizu Forums and see how fast that loads. It's a pretty decent loading speed. I'll just show you pinch zoom, which is basically found in every phone. It's pretty good, pretty decent, slightly a little bit laggy, but otherwise pretty good. And you can scroll up, scroll down, scroll left, scroll right. Looks pretty good. Go click on something and it loads up. So yep, that's pretty fast. The good thing about using Android-based systems is that it does support Flash, so you can get Flash 10.1 on this, and then you can watch Flash videos, which is pretty good. But unfortunately, I haven't got Flash installed on this, so I can't really show you. Now I'll just show you all the other functions that this browser has. You can do refresh, you can bookmark it, and if you click on the more, you got even more options, such as sorry about that. More options, you got download lists, mails, and stuff like that. I just want to say that the English translations on this phone is currently not that complete, so some of the English translations don't make too much sense. But hopefully those will be fixed up in the future. Now you can also have multi-tab browsing, so just click this button here, new window, and I have a second window going. Switching between the two is pretty easy. Just click this button on the top here, and as you can see here, you can switch between the two windows. You can even have another window and more windows, But okay, so that's basically the browser in a short summary.